For today, we'll look at the word hiki, and hiki is another commonly used painu, or so-called verb, that you taught generally from first year. And hiki, as a classification, as a painu, as a verb, you have two different camps. One, some people actually describe it as a hehele, like the word hiki, which means to arrive or to reach. And some people actually use the word hiki like an aano, as you see here, actually. Dr. Warner used it as an aano, which is a condition or status. But whether or not you see it as a hehele or a aano, it has its own very kind of own ways or rules that it's used, especially in translations with English. And so the first is we realize there are two types of hiki. And the first one is the one that's commonly taught in first year, the beginning years. And the general usage of the word relates to the English word of having capability, the ability, can, able to. And so whether or not you're going to say an expression in English of saying, someone can do something, for example, I can speak Hawaiian. And you notice in its usage, I can speak. The word speak means, of course, is a verb, is an action, and therefore, you notice when it's used with actions, it has a particular system or kaina or sequence that's followed. And then when it's used in opposition, you can see when it's used when something can occur as a hopena, non-action or a condition or a result. An example, of course, would be something like this fish can be fried. And the idea to be fried is a condition that something can reach a particular kind of condition, or you can die. Yeah, and to be dead, of course, is a particular hopena or condition. And that's not an action. And the first thing we realize is when we use these kinds of painu, we have to make the distinction of it being action or non-action, because these are the two ways in which, or two different sequences that it follows. So in the first one, we see the example, hiki ya'u ke kokua. And notice the word kokua is an action verb, which is to help. And you notice in front of the word kokua, the marking of, in English, which I would say, I can help. In Hawaiian, it's kind of saying it's an ability to me, if and when to help. It's a capability to me, if and when to help. And that's kind of the mentality that it expresses. It's reachable to me. It's an ability to me, if and when to help. And you notice the second thing is that the action verb is marked with the word ke. And yes, this is the same ke, the ku'a ke, if and when, whenever in the future, that is expressed in front of a painu. And to negate it, pretty simple. Yeah, you just add, of course, a ole in front of it. Now, hiki, because it is a painu, you can take all the maka painu. You can say things, of course, like ua hiki, e hikiana, a ole I hiki, a ole e hiki, very much in the same way. And so like in the second one, a ole hiki, the negative, and you notice ike kumu is the agent. I should write the word agent here. It's a good way to kind of remember that agency is connection to action. Yeah, that somebody is responsible for a particular action. And therefore, the painu that we use is either going to be a VT, yeah, transitive verb, or VI, intransitive verb, or hamani, or hehele. But these are actions. And in the second one, you notice also the same ke preceding the action, which is to go. So the second one, aole hiki ke kumu, it's not possible to the teacher. It's not a capability to the teacher to do what? To go. In English, of course, I don't say it's not possible to me to go, but in English I would say I don't go, or I cannot go more specifically. I don't have the ability to go. Now in the second example, you notice when we use hiki, these are hiki where the painu or the verb are not actions. And so they're not actions. They could either be a condition, like a VS, like a stative verb, some kind of condition can or has the capability of being reached, or some kind of result can be attained or is capability of being attained. So commonly, Painu-wise, we will notice that the Painu will either be some kind of action that has ia, yeah, that's the passive voice, yeah. Hele, obviously is a VI, so cannot be used in this way, but the word I or ia can be, yeah, to not to eat, but to be eaten. And the second kind of Painu is the so-called verb stative, yeah, the ano that we come to use. So if we look at the second ones below in red, yeah, you notice what happens here, Hiki kevela kolima ikiahi, that you notice the what's called the subject is not an agent. In other words, it's not responsible for an action. There is no action here. And your hand can be hot or heated, or in English you'd probably say burnt. From what? From the fire. Yeah, in other words, in translation, it might be something like, your hand can be burnt by the fire. Now you notice the word, it doesn't say your hand can burn something, but your hand can be burnt as a condition, as a status. The one below, oli hiki ke ai ia, and you notice, again, ke ai ia, can be eaten. Again, it's the same K, the same kua, if and when eaten. Well, what can be eaten? Ki ano merehude, yeah, this particular honey. So in English, I might say this honey, or this kind of honey, or sorry, not honey, mushroom. This kind of mushroom can be eaten. This kind of mushroom has the ability to be eaten. Now you notice, it's not saying I can eat the mushroom as an agency. It's saying this kind of mushroom can be eaten. And the word eaten tells you it's a EI. So let's look at some examples. So if we took an example in English, for example, and I'm going to start off with an agency one, yeah. I can swim. I have the ability to swim. I have the capability to swim. And the first thing we recognize is the word swim is an action. The action to swim. So this is going to be that first example that we were looking at. Now, in regards to a formula that we follow, sequence is pretty easy. And the word hiki is the po'o, it's the main verb. Now, the agency, right? In other words, this person I is the one has agency or responsibility for the action. And we always mark it with the sense of the ability to I, or in English, of course, becomes to me. So it's not I can swim, but it's an ability to me. And that's always marked with an E or an ya. And again, it's the same rules over when do you use E or ya. And so I'm going to put the word akena to represent the idea of an agency. So if it's a common noun, hiki ike keiki, hiki ika wahine, hiki ika ilio. Or if it's a papani, or if it's a name, we use, of course, the amiya, hiki ya'u, hiki ya'oi, hiki ya kimo, hiki ya lawa, to express the agency. Now, with this idea of I, we can clearly say, yeah, hiki ya'u. And again, it's not I can in Hawaiian thinking, but it's a possibility to me. It's a capability to me. That's how it's always been expressed. We should never, of course, express the idea hiki wau. The word hiki wau tells us not it's a capability, but in fact, the different meaning of the word hiki, which means to arrive, that I arrive, and not I can. So the first thing we must remember in Hawaiian is if you do not mark it with the idea to me or me, you actually change the meaning of hiki or have a different meaning of hiki, which is not the idea of can or possible, but the idea of arrive. Now, the verb, the action, of course, to swim, follows the use of this word K. Now, the word K again is the ku'a, if and when, whenever. Has a kind of sense of to sometimes. The hiki ya'u, and then of course the word for swim is the word au. So to express the idea of I can swim, hiki ya'u's possibility to be ke au whenever I swim, or I can swim. Now, another example, maybe we'll have instead of I can swim, maybe I'm going to say, Kiola has the ability or can speak Japanese. And in the same way, right? I know Kiola is the agent because what can he do? Well, Kiola can speak Japanese. So speak is an action, therefore, in the same formula, just like here, I follow, yeah. Hiki, and of course, because Kiola is a name, it's not Hiki I Kiola, Hiki Ya Kiola. Yeah. It's possible to Kiola. It's capable to Kiola. To do what? Okay. Yeah, that's that. Okay. And the verb or the painu is, of course, to speak, ʻŌlelo. And I can say ke ʻŌlelo, ika ʻŌlelo kepani, or ke ʻŌlelo kepani, Japanese, which is a kind of speaking. Yeah. And so, again, the main thing to remember is this is an adjective, this is an action, ʻŌlelo. Okay, so let's look at some examples when, in fact, it's not an action, when it's a condition or a passive voice. So in the next example, we'll take something like Hawaiian. Hawaiian language can be spoken. Now you notice that it's not saying who, it's not in the agentive sense, like saying I can speak Hawaiian, but saying Hawaiian language can be spoken. So what is the so-called subject in English? Well, the subject, as again in English, being in the front, is Hawaiian language. Now, when we look at the word can be spoken, we should recognize be spoken is really not an action, it's a result, it's a passive, and of course, we go from ʻŌlelo to ʻŌlelo ia, to be spoken. Now, this formula is a little different. We still use hiki, which is, it's possible. But instead of having an agent following hiki, we go basically right to the so-called painu, or the verb. Now, the word to speak, ʻŌlelo, transforms to the passive voice, of course, you see, to be spoken. It's not saying somebody's speaking, but something can be spoken. And the passive voice for ʻŌlelo, of course, is using the word ia. Hiki ke ʻŌlelo ia. Now, what can be spoken, in fact, is the Hawaiian language. Ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii. So correctly, yeah, hiki ke ʻŌlelo ia, ka ʻŌlelo Hawaii. It is possible, if and when spoken, the Hawaiian language. The Hawaiian language can be spoken. Now, a common mistake that people will say is something like, hiki ika ʻŌlelo Hawaii. Ke ʻŌlelo ia. This is a common first year mistake. But we can kind of see, because what they're doing is following the same so-called pattern or formula as the previous one, which is an agency. But if we look carefully, we notice Hawaiian language is not the agent, it's not the so-called performer of the action. It's not performing the action, it's actually what is spoken. And
So we just got to be mindful. Yeah, we always have to pay attention specifically to the so-called painu. What can occur? Yeah, if it's an action, it's that first type. If it's not, now let's look at some other examples, and we'll try two different ones. Maybe I'm going to say Keola can eat. Keola can eat fish versus fish can be eaten by Keola. Now, if we look at these two here, we pay close at, fish can be eaten by Keola. The first thing I always say to look at is look at the painu. What can happen? Can eat and can be eaten. And we should recognize at this point the difference that, in fact, the top one, eat, that's an action. That's an action that can be performed. Therefore, it's going to be the first example. Be eaten is something that can occur, something that is, what you might call in English, a passive voice, or in Hawaiian we call hopena. It's a result that something can be eaten, which would be the second formula. Yeah. So to express the idea as Keola can eat, I will notice that Keola here, in fact, that's a real agent. He is performing the action. In the second one, the fish, is the fish doing and performing that action? No. The fish, in fact, is what is eaten. The fish is not doing the eating. The fish is not performing the action. So you notice, in this one, it's not the fish that is doing the action, but in fact, the fish is what is being eaten. So you can see it's kind of the reversal. So this, of course, this would be the first type, and this would be the second type. So in the first one, in fact, to say Keola can eat fish, I would express it, Hiki ya Keola. Yeah, it's possible to Keola. Hiki ya Keola. Ke ai I ka ia. Yeah, Hiki ya Keola. Ke ai I ka ia. Yeah, Hiki ya Keola. Ke ai I ka ia. In the second one, however, the second formula, Hiki ke ai ia ka ia e Keola. Hiki ke ai ia ka ia ya Keola. Okay, let's look at another example. A common mistake, maybe I can say, let's change the I to, sorry. Let me erase this out of here. And maybe something like, she can get the money. So she can get the money. Now you notice, right? She. What can she do? Is it an action? Get. So if we're going to use the idea of get, for example, like as an action, like ki'i, which is to go fetch, ki'i, then I know this is type A. Hikiyaya. Ke ki'i. Again, that's the action. It's possible to her if it went to get the money. Regular agency, yeah, that she is performing this action. Now, sometimes when you express that she can get the money, you might say that in English. However, the meaning is more in the idea that the money can be gotten by her, that it's the money that can be gotten by her. And of course, let me write this out again. The money can be gotten by her. So in this time, when we look at the so-called PICO, what they're talking about, we notice it's the money. The money is not an agent. The money, in fact, is not performing an action. The money, in fact, is what is being gotten. This is a condition. And the word for to be gotten, of course, is the word loa'a. So a common, whenever you use loa'a with the sense of hiki, basically always follows this same formula, which would be hiki, again, ke loa'a, right? can be gotten. What can be gotten? And if you look at, it's not that the money, again, is performing, but in fact, it's the money that is being gotten. Therefore, we know it's all, this is the second. So whenever we use loa'a, let me write this here. Whenever we use loa'a with the sense of can, it's always in this form. Hiki ke loa'a, what can be gotten? Ke kala. Yeah, and by whom? By her, yaya. Yeah, whenever we use loa'a, we know. Now, commonly, of course, we know yaya can also move up or stay back, both correct. Now, the common mistake when people say she can get the money, and people use the word loa'a for the expression of get, the common mistake is actually saying it like the first pattern. And people will say commonly, hiki yaya ke loa'a, ke kala. But if we pay close attention, again, we should recognize loa'a is never an action. Let me write this down. Loa'a is not an action. And I'm going to put a big giant star here. Loa'a is not an action. Always remember that loa'a is not an action. And so, because it's not an action, I do not use the type 1. And in fact, this would be incorrect. So anytime we use loa'a, it basically is hiki ke loa'a. Yeah. She can, she can get the fruit, or the fruit can be gotten by her. Again, I'm going to use loa'a. Hiki ke loa'a, nahua'ai, yaya. Hiki ke loa'a, yaya, nahua'ai. And not hiki yaya ke loa'a, inahua'ai. It's incorrect. Okay, and this really works for all those common painu or verbs that we use, like loa'a. Yeah, so commonly in the same way, hiki ke maupopo. So whenever I use maupopo, it's also done in type 2. Lilo, pa'a, pau are all done in the same way. Again, these are all a'ano. So anytime we use ia, again, just to review, or it's an a'ano, which is a VS, it's always the second example. Mahalo.